What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Masterpiece, back at it again. I'm just chilling here, you know what I'm saying, in my computer room. And a thought came to me when I was drinking some almond milk. And then this whole new controversy with breastfeeding in public and how ignorant-minded people disagree with it, which is total disrespect to life and their own mother and motherhood and woman. I pose a question to anybody out there who's not plant-based. Would you allow a stranger to breastfeed your child? Ask yourself this: would you allow your acquaintance, somebody maybe that you work with, when a mother is breastfeeding or is pregnant, especially when they're pregnant, they watch what they're eating. Not all mothers. Some people pound back the McDonald's and the cheese and whatnot. I know that when we went through our pregnancy, we went totally, well, she went totally plant-based. I was already plant-based. She was eating light amounts of animal products and byproducts and went completely plant-based as soon as she found out that she was having a child, because she knew. But mothers who are health conscious and conscious in general, they watch what they eat when they're pregnant, and they watch what they eat when they are breastfeeding. They don't drink excessive alcohol. Many don't drink alcohol at all. Thank goodness, bless you. Because they know that certain particles, certain minerals, certain compounds get into the breast milk, into the blood system, and into the breast milk. Ooh, swallowed wrong there. They know that if they eat noxious substances, that it may make their child sick. So I ask you again, would you allow a stranger or an acquaintance to breastfeed your child? Even family. Would you allow your mother? Would you allow your cousin or your sister? You know? Maybe some would. And I'm not talking about emergency times. I'm talking about on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Probably wouldn't. I sure wouldn't. I wouldn't allow that for my child. So, upon asking yourself, what qualifies a stranger a stranger? It means someone, or a person or entity that you have not met face to face, and that you have not grown to know and acquaint yourself with to make it to that acquaintance level. Past that would be, maybe friends or something. But cows are strangers to everybody who buys milk from a bag here in Canada, or from a box, a carton, whether it's powdered, frozen, pasteurized or not, fermented down into cheese or not. It all comes from a stranger, someone that you don't know, you haven't met. Thus, you don't know their diet, so you don't know what's going into their bodies. Grains, corns, GMOs, pesticides, antibiotics, The list goes on. Who knows? Who knows if the meat that you're eating didn't have a tumor growing right beside it that they didn't just simply shred off, with, of course, keeping the candida and the other uh, cancer cells, uh, they're still embedded in the flesh, in the locality of that area. In fact, in the blood. It's everywhere. You know? How do you know? They're strangers. They're they're these, there's a disconnect between the product that you buy that you call milk and the the person or the being that created the milk and the person that farmed the cow and raised the cow. So, would you let a stranger breastfeed your child? If the answer is no to any of those, then why feed dairy to your child when we know that plant sources like black kale or dinosaur kale, moringa, ackee, spirulina, they all have mass amounts of protein in it, calcium, um, chlorophyll, and healthy fibers that feed the microbiome of the child. Whereas the dairy depletes the microbiome, the fauna and the flora that's in your colon, which make up your immune system. Now, if you are afraid of maybe venturing off the beaten path onto the vegan way of raising children, then this is a great channel, because I don't work for anybody. I don't hold back anything. I just believe that however we were manifested here, however we came to be, there weren't dead bodies around, ready for us, refrigerated for us to eat, drained and skinned for us to eat. And that our physical anatomy doesn't allow us to chomp into meat like tongs into salad. We are meant to take things towards our mouth, not like, we have full use of our hands, so we don't have to like kind of jump on something and then like imagine you trying to bite the side of like an elephant or something like that. Doesn't work. And we're bigger than lionesses and taller. So a bunch of us humans tackling down an elephant, could you imagine that? With no tools? We have to survive off the grasses, off the grains. And maybe not the grains, but the fruits, the vegetables, the flowers, the saps, the barks, the roots, the clays, the fungi, the vegetables, shoots, stalks, did I say that? Seeds, nuts, berries, all of these things that are available to us to bring to our face and to pick out little partitions like the monkeys do and the apes do, and and other marsupials and squirrels and chipmunks and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Anyway, the main point of why I asked the question, if you would allow your child to be breastfed by a stranger, is because if you want the healthiest things going into your body, so that it can go into your breast milk, thus into your child, then you want to make sure that the source of anything that you give your child is pure, like that, like your milk. So coconut water is pure, like your milk. If you take the coconut meat and you put it through like a press juicer, it makes out a nice creamy milk, just like breast milk. You know, the, so so the animals on the farm, these mass farms, they're not being fed what you think they're being fed. You don't know what they're being fed, and so you don't know what's in the milk. And then furthermore, the milk is cooked. So your breast milk is raw, untouched, untainted by heat. Your body self-regulates. Please don't freeze your milk, ladies. Don't freeze your milk. If you know, refrigerate it if need be, airtight, but don't put it in the freezer. It's better than cooking it, however. So don't buy animal products to feed your human child with. Don't buy an animal's milk and expect it to cater to your child's genetics. And then possibly, hopefully not, but maybe wonder why later on they may develop a lot of snot, a lot of mucus. My child has never had to blow her nose in the 15 in now in the 15 months that she's been here. Now you could take out little chunks of snot, you know, and you could tell that it is doing its job. It's collecting the dirt. That's why there's hair over each opening of our body. Um, but never congested snot. Never, she never wakes up with a lot of mucus filled crusties in her eyes. Um, Poos regularly. Doesn't smell bad. It's quick and easy for her. Her skin is great, and she's raw. So if anybody is wondering about raising a raw vegan child, it is not only possible, but it's normal and it's natural. There's a difference between normality and naturality, and trust me, eating plants and vegetables is normal. And when you take the meat from a cow, or the milk from a cow, or a camel, or a sheep, or a monkey, or a crocodile. See, you guys, I'm going nuts now because of all these, like, where is the line? You know what I mean? It's definitely not in the lizard family because the reptiles, they don't produce milk. I don't know what I was thinking. But out of the mammals that lactate, they give their milk to their child. No other animal goes to another animal for breast milk. And we don't go to any other animal except for goats and cows. Over in the east, they go to camels, goats, and cows. But why not zebras? Why not deer? You know, there's many deer in Canada, here in Canada. So why not deer? You know, why is that weird? Because I'm pretty sure anything, any milk, any breast milk going into a grown person is weird. And any animal milk going into a human being, infant or 80, is weird and it's not natural. And it will cause unnatural growths in your body. Okay? And that's all I have to say about that. So please like and subscribe because I only come with the knowledge. I only come with I try to not really beat around the bush. You know what I mean? And I deal with topics that people continuously ask me about. And so I'm just here sharing topics that people continuously ask me about and that they continuously, you know, in 2016 still have questions on, and they act like Google doesn't exist. And I'm not saying that Google's your best friend, but I'm saying that with Google, you can search thousands and thousands of related articles to what you need. So you don't have to go to the library, or you don't have to go to those machines with the newspapers that flip out. They flip those newspaper headings through. You can just simply go to Google and you can just type in animal milk, not fit for human consumption, and get all your answers. Um, and I'm sure you'll come to the conclusion, or you can just use common sense and see that it's logical. Either way, doesn't matter. Anyways, this is Masterpiece, and I'm saying peace. And yo, eat to live. All right, peace.